It's 6:30 a.m. on a chilly winter morning at Heathrow, Britain's busiest airport. The cold air bites through the airfield, but that doesn't stop the never-ending flow of passengers from around the globe. As dawn slowly peeks over the horizon, the control tower gives the clearance. 2,799 established, 27 left. Runway 27 left, clear to land. Even during these short daylight hours of winter, the UK has welcomed 3.2 million visitors so far, an impressive number for a nation wrapped in frost. But that's not the case for everyone. For travelers from 111 other countries, a visa is mandatory, and even that doesn't guarantee entry. Most early morning arrivals come from across the Atlantic, the United States, where citizens are allowed to stay in the UK for up to 6 months without a visa. That final decision lies in the hands of UK Border Force. In Terminal 2, Officer Eva is on duty. Her role is simple in theory, but rarely so in practice. Examine each passport, cross-check visas, and trust her instincts. A Nigerian passenger approaches. He says he's here for a holiday. How long for? Emma asks. 26 days, he replies. Eva's questions start out casual. Do you have friends or family here? No, the man answers. Where are you staying? A hotel in King's Cross, he says, hesitantly. But something doesn't feel right. He tells her he'll be staying in one hotel from the 2nd to the 9th. And then, well, he isn't sure. Maybe I'll go to Manchester, he says vaguely. You haven't planned anything. He claims he spent 3 weeks in a hotel, doing absolutely nothing. No sightseeing, no tours, no visits, just sitting alone. No, this is his 3rd visit to the UK, but he can't remember where he stayed before. Officer Eva isn't convinced. She begins to dig deeper. What do you do back in Nigeria? I'm a civil servant, he replies. And how much do you earn each month? 275,000 naira, he answers. Roughly £500. Then comes the ticket cost. How much was your flight? He fumbles. Maybe 190,000 naira. That's nearly an entire month's salary for a 26-day trip, with no clear plans and no known contacts. I don't believe him. He must have gone out. Something doesn't add up. The inconsistencies are piling up. When he asks to use the toilet, Eva allows it, but keeps a watchful eye. As he walks off, she mutters to her colleague. He said he sat in a hotel room for 3 weeks and did nothing. At Heathrow, every traveler's story matters. If Border Force suspects even a thread is loose, they have the right and responsibility to unravel the entire tale. When the Nigerian passenger returns, Eva continues her inquiry. When you applied for your visa, did you fill the form yourself? Yes. She needs clarity. Did you submit documents like bank statements? Yes. He claims to have brought 250,000 naira in cash, about £120, and has around 3 million naira in savings. But nothing concrete backs this up yet. Eva leads him aside for further checks. A deeper investigation begins. Back at Terminal 2, the officer isn't letting this go. She speaks with her colleague Donna. He says he doesn't know anyone here, but his phone keeps ringing. That might tell us something. The team checks his call history. One number stands out. A UK number. Who keeps calling you? It's someone from Nigeria, he says. That's an English number. Oh, it's my in-law. He's British. But moments ago, he said he knew no one in the UK. Eva reads a message on his phone aloud. Tell them you have a British national who is your in-law. That alone could be enough to deny entry. If a passenger lies even by omission, their visa can be cancelled immediately. They escort him to check his bank balance. He inserts his card at a cash machine. 3 checks later, his total balance comes to just £347, enough to survive for 26 days in London. Unlikely, especially when his hotel hasn't even been paid for. A call to the hotel confirms it. The card used for booking was declined. Now, the trip is unraveling. A 26-day va-et-vient, no clear itinerary, no paid lodging, and a phone full of secrets. Now faces a choice: refuse him entry or give him a chance to prove he has the means, the motive, and the truth to stay. The investigation isn't over yet. What began as a routine immigration screening has now become a full-fledged investigation. His hotel room hasn't been paid for, and his story keeps shifting with every new question. The situation for the Nigerian passenger is growing more uncertain. He has only £347 to survive for nearly a month in one of the most expensive cities in the world, London. And most concerning of all, he claimed he knew no one in the UK, yet a British phone number keeps calling and messaging him. Border Force Officer Eva must now follow protocol. The next step: create a full immigration record. And then we'll proceed to a second interview. The questions now will be more detailed, and the answers must be precise. Eva needs clarity, not just to verify his visa, but to determine his true intentions. She begins by entering his details into the system. "Now I'm going to do his fingerprints and take his photograph," she says. As he sits for the biometric scan, the mood tightens. Eva takes her seat across from him. "Can you stop texting, please?" she asks. "I'm not texting," he replies. "You just were," she says, firmly. "Let's begin. Who keeps calling you on your phone?" So I felt I had no choice but to write that I knew no one. No one? Really? The British number. The one that's been calling repeatedly. Who is that? Any lie, no matter how small, can unravel everything. He hesitates. Eva presses further. Then he admits. He is my in-law, a British citizen. His bank balance won't cover a month's stay. If he wants to stay, he'll need more money. Now, if you don't want to stay in a hotel, you can come to my house. I told him no, but now I need his help. See if he can transfer funds into your account immediately. Earlier, you said you didn't know anyone here. Why didn't you mention him? He sighs. Because when I was applying for the visa, I asked him to send me an invitation. He refused. Eva isn't buying the half-truths. That's still dishonest. If you misrepresent information on your visa form, it can be grounds for cancellation. A visa application is a legal document. Accuracy is not optional, it's essential. The passenger claims his in-law only offered him a place to stay after he had already applied for the visa. He says you can help him. Is that correct? According to him, he told me, help. Not just emotionally, but financially. Okay, she tells him. You say your in-law can send you money. You need to call him now. The passenger dials. Hello, can you hear us? Eva watches carefully. A voice responds on speakerphone. I can hear you. Eva steps in. This is immigration at terminal. 2. Your relative has insufficient funds to support himself for the duration of his stay. The man on the phone doesn't hesitate. Yes, I can transfer the funds. How much does he need? At least £200, Eva says, preferably more. Can you do it now? Yes. Let him send his account number. The passenger looks up. He's doing it now. On his phone, do you have your bank card on you? Eva asks. Yes. They escort him back to the ATM. Moments later, a new balance appears on the screen. £550. Then another check. £700. The funds have arrived. In the end, it wasn't lies or smuggling or criminal intent. It was hesitation, poor planning, and a lack of transparency. But now, with the funds in place and his British in-law acknowledged, the picture becomes clearer. Eva calls her superior, Donna. He was able to transfer funds. I've seen it confirmed at the ATM. The hotel still isn't paid, but the funds are now sufficient. We spoke to the in-law together, she says. Any changes to his visa status? Donna asks. No. Everything matches up now. Okay? Land him. After hours of questioning, fingerprinting, and fact-checking, the decision is made. He's allowed to enter. Eva hands him back his documents. Here are your tickets. Everything's in order now. You're free to go." He smiles with visible relief. "I won't lose my passport." "No. You're okay now." They exchange a quiet thank you. He walks away, not just as a traveler, but as a man who narrowly escaped being turned around at the gate. "Honestly," Eva says, watching him go, "at first I had concerns. But after 5 hours together, you start to get a sense of someone's character. I'm glad we got a good outcome." He had complied with his visa conditions in the past, and now, after much scrutiny, he is free to enjoy his third trip to the UK, while investigations unfold in Terminal 2. A different kind of story is taking shape over in Terminal 3. One not of suspicion, but of culture, tradition, and meticulous hospitality. Here, Japan Airlines, a 5-star international carrier, is preparing for something very special. Girls' Day, known in Japan as Hinamitsuri. Girls' Day is an age-old celebration where families pray for the happiness, health, and prosperity of their daughters. The airline has embraced this tradition thousands of miles from home, right here in London. At the heart of this tradition are the ornamental dolls, representing an imperial princess and prince believed to protect daughters from evil spirits and misfortune. Camera pans to smiling airline staff in uniforms, decorative tables, and baskets of rice crackers. Flowers are arranged delightfully. Baskets of brightly colored candies and crispy rice crackers line the check-in counters. For Japan Airlines, this is not just ceremony. It's identity, service, it's pride. Leading the effort is Mr. Sho, a seasoned service professional and a master in the art of KSAB customer service, the Japanese way. He smiles gently as he explains, "We have 3 different bows, each with its own purpose." A small one, like this, he leans slightly forward for a brief greeting. A deeper one he demonstrates again for proper respect. And the deepest of all, he bows at a steep angle when we must sincerely apologize. He chuckles. "But if you bow 90 degrees too often, you'll break your back." Japanese etiquette goes far beyond bows. Even the use of hands is strictly considered. Pointing with a finger is frowned upon. Instead, Japan Airlines staff gesture with open palms, a universal symbol of politeness and peace. The pointy finger is a no-no, Mr. Sho says. Among friends, maybe, but never with passengers. For them, every detail matters, from body language to tone of voice, from facial expression to the alignment of floral arrangements. Today, all of it is in service of Girls' Day. But there's a problem. Despite the effort, there's one thing missing. Where are the girls? Mr. Sho wonders aloud. He looks around the check-in area. Baskets of rice crackers, untouched, not a single child in sight. The effort of his entire team now rests on the slim chance of finding a child, or at least a passenger who might appreciate this age-old tradition. He sighs and smiles, adjusting his tie. Well, perhaps at the gate we'll find someone who can enjoy them. As the sun begins to dip over Heathrow, Flight JL44 to Tokyo is preparing for departure. A final announcement rings out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Japan Airlines Flight JL44 will begin boarding at 17:25. Mr. Sho hurries to the departure gate, 2 full baskets of untouched Girls' Day crackers in hand. Then, a breakthrough. A young girl appears in the queue, the first and only child spotted all day. Sho's eyes light up. "Would you like some rice crackers?" The girl smiles shyly. Her mother nods. "Thank you very much," she says politely. Mr. Sho bows, "Happy Girls' Day." One moment, one passenger, one tradition passed on even briefly, far from its origin. In a world of rushed schedules and global efficiency, Heathrow's Terminal 3 reminds us that travel can still hold moments of grace. Every airline offers flights, but some, like Japan Airlines, offer more, a glimpse into a nation's soul. As JL44 prepares for takeoff, the ground crew gathers outside on the tarmac. Facing the cockpit windows, they bow deeply, not to the passengers, but to the pilots. "Do you think they can actually see us?" One agent jokes. "The wave is not for them," says Show. "It's a farewell, a connection from one team to another." And just like that, the plane begins to roll. Another journey begins. Another tradition honored, even in the middle of Britain's busiest airport. As night falls over Heathrow, the endless rhythm of the airport doesn't slow. It simply shifts. Every terminal holds its own story. In Terminal 2, it's about truth, trust, and tough calls. In Terminal 3, it's about tradition, honor, and a search for just one little girl. But together, they tell a larger story. One of culture, one of migration, one of movement. This is Britain's busiest airport, and one of the world's most watched borders. In a quiet corner of Terminal 2, the Nigerian traveler prepares to exit immigration. He came under suspicion. The T was vague, inconsistent, and for a while, dangerously close to being denied entry. But ultimately, with honesty, documentation, and help from family, he was able to satisfy Border Force's concerns. He's now cleared to enter the UK. Eva hands him his passport and boarding documents. "There's your ticket. You're all set." He smiles, part relief, part gratitude. "I'm not going to lose my passport." "No," she reassures him. "You're good." As he walks toward the arrivals hall, Eva reflects. "At the start, I had doubts. But when you spend hours interviewing someone, you start to understand who they really are. Behind the rules and regulations are people. People with plans, families, fears, and flaws. For Eva, it's not just paperwork, it's people work. Each one with their own language, their own rhythm, their own reason for being here. Over 200 nationalities pass through Heathrow every day. Some come for work, some for family, some to escape, some to return, some to begin. And some, like the Nigerian man, come for just a break. To breathe, to be. To be. Back in Terminal 3, Mr. Show watches as the last passengers board Japan Airlines Flight JL44. His 2 baskets of Girls' Day rice crackers are nearly empty now. He managed to gift a few, not just to children, but to mothers, grandmothers, flight attendants, anyone who might appreciate the gesture. "Every woman is someone's daughter," he says with a grin. He straightens his vest, steps back from the gate, and watches the final bow take place on the tarmac. Ground crew, in crisp uniforms, face the massive aircraft. The pilots wave from the cockpit, the crew bows, and the plane begins to roll. It's a simple moment, a few seconds long. But within it lies centuries of discipline, grace, and cultural pride. Heathrow isn't just a place of arrivals and departures. It's a collision point. Between stories, between nations, between humans. From the quiet integrity of immigration officers, to the soft elegance of Japanese rice crackers, to a text message that almost changed everything. This is the heartbeat of global travel. This is Heathrow, Britain's busiest airport.